that One Kenya Coalition Party that was expected at 10:30. It's 12:02. They're yet to hold that presser, so we hear what they have to say. But I also understand Kenya Kwanza is convening a press conference also at the Catholic University. That's where they have the election center later this afternoon. Azimio have the election center at the Kenyatta International Convention Center. We're also on standby for that press briefing. For now, Jane, what do you have?
Just to let you know the numbers as of a minute ago when we refreshed this particular page. Again, the different colors are meant to represent the different presidential candidates. At the top, we still have Deputy President William Ruto still in leading, at the lead rather, with 346,000 votes, 682, making it 52.85% of the votes so far. Secondly, we have Raila Odinga with 46.49%, which is equal to 320,784 votes. Professor George Wajakoya with 3,040 votes, translating to 0.44%. And finally, we have David Mwaure with 1,490 votes, again translating to 0.22% of the votes tallied this far. And just to remind you, it is important to follow the information that is being put out by the IEBC. They are also our guide in getting these particular numbers for you, but they still remain to be provisional presidential results. We will be, as and when we get more information that has been verified by the IEBC, trust and believe, we will be sure to update you.
All right, thank you very much, Jane, for the insight on how the numbers are looking. And remember, each one of us doing their independent tallies. That's how. That's as far as we are. And I have discovered it's such a tedious process
it's
in terms of collecting this data.
Some people started to do their math as early as yesterday. 3 votes, 15 votes, 70, and now some people are doing so. Either way, everybody is independent. Remember, IBC gave each and every person a free way to do their own collection and their own tally. But at the end of the day, Chebukati ndiye akona key.
Chebukati has the final say.
Right.
Now we're going over to Murang'A County to link up with our reporter, Carol Jenga, ready and on standby. Carol, where are you and what is ongoing?
Well, thank you, JJ and Victor Low, and also Jane back there in studio. We are at Maragi Primary in Kiharu Sub-County. This is the constituency tallying center for the Kiharu Sub-County. And just to show you around of what is happening here at this tallying center, as you can see, there are a lot of ballot boxes right here. That has been put here to ensure that the tallying of this vote is ongoing. My cameraman can show you these boxes have been sealed and they're now awaiting for the tallying here at the constituency tallying center to compile to ensure and know this gubernatorial, the senatorial, and also the women rep in terms of how they are doing in terms of garnering votes here in Murang'A. Now, if I may give you a brief of what is happening to Mathioya, because I was just from Mathioya, this tallying is also ongoing in that. There's Keriaine Secondary School, where that is the tallying constituency center for Mathioya, and so far they have received cast ballot votes from 20 polling stations. That is out of 114 polling stations in that constituency. And in the 3 wards, which are Kiru, Kamasharia, and Gitugi. Remember, the registered voters in that county, as I had earlier on told you, is about 60,940 registered voters. Now, the current member of parliament is the incumbent Peter Kemari. And when we look at the figures that are streaming in from that constituency, we can see that the Edwin Mugo Geshoki, who is running on a UDA ticket, is ahead of Peter Kemari, who is the current MP. But I'll be giving you the figures later on as they come in. Now, to give you a brief of what the members of parliament here in Mathioya, we have Anthony Kimani Wamai, who is running on an independent candidate. We have James Maina, who is running on a Tujibebe wa Kenya party. But the race here, as we can see the results as they come in, is between Edwin Mugogeshoki and between Peter Kemari Kihara. But we'll be giving you the final results once the constituency announces later on in the afternoon. Now, I have the presidential numbers in these words that have come out, and you can see that the reported forms, that is at 4A, is at 96.49%. That is in the Mathioya constituency, and is according to IEBC. Gitugi Ward has presented all the 34 forms, which is 100%. Kamasharia Ward, which has presented about 28 out of 30, is at 93.33%. Kiru Ward, which has presented these presidential forms, at 43 out of 45, which is 95.56%. Now, if I may tell you what is each constituency, maybe I may go through how the presidential candidates have performed, rather how they have been. I can see that in Mathioya constituency, that is Ngoe Inegoine Tea Collection Center in Kiru Ward, Raila Odinga garnered about 51 votes. William Ruto had 109 votes. Wajakoya George had 0 votes, none, as well as Mwaure. The total number of registered votes in that station is 233. The total number of valid cast is at 160. Now, Ireke Tea Collection Center in Gitugi Ward, Raila Odinga has garnered 40 votes. William Ruto, 117 votes. Wajakoya George, 2. More Waihiga has none in that ward. And the total number of registered voters in that polling station is 213. And the valid cast is 159. Now, Gaduine Primary, this is the last one I will just read for now. In Kamasharia Ward, we have Raila Odinga at 42 votes. William Ruto, 257 votes. Wajakoya George, 2. Maure Waihiga, 1. The total number of registered voters at that station is 213. And the total number of valid votes in that area is about 440. Sorry, it's about 100. The total number of valid casts is about 159. Now, we've been traversing this county for the last for the last 2 days, just to give you update. And what we have seen is that tallying is ongoing. It's in earnest, but we're not likely to see the final results today. Maybe in the evening, but that is subject to confirmation. We'll be speaking to the constituency returning officer to tell us more details. That is later on. We have scheduled an interview